Hey everyone, this is Ian, and this is going to be a video for the DIY Rally Armor basic mud flap install. So let's go ahead and get started. What I did was essentially mark out where I wanted the fender or the mud flap to sit. So let's go ahead and move this flashlight here. And if you could see, you can see colored pencil where I traced the fitment where I wanted it. So in order to get a pretty good precise measurement, what I did was measured directly from this part of the car out horizontally, parallel to the ground. So that's going to be one measurement, and then I also measured from here to here horizontally to get another measurement to make sure that it was going to be consistent with the other side. And what I want to do is make it the widest possible, so what I did was go all the way out to the edge to where it was to this angle right here, because I wanted the most amount of body protection as possible. And then I essentially held it up with one hand while I was on the ground, and it's kind of tricky because you have to get this fitment down here along with the measurements down here where I'm shining the light. You can kind of see just above the light where you want to write those, trace those other lines with colored pencil, and then you want to measure the height from there down to the ground to make sure it's even, and also the bottom of this to make sure it's even with the other side. So kind of squaring that up, once I had this here, I had to mess with that, so it was kind of a pain in the ass. That's the biggest pain in the ass part of the whole process, but once you get past that, it's actually pretty easy. So moving back inside the fender well, once you get those taken care of, what you're going to want to do is hold it with one hand, and then you're going to drill it in directly to this part, the fender well, the plastic shroud, not the actual body. You don't need to do it on the fronts. And then you can see I started to drill a hole over here. Well, I did drill a hole over there. You can see it right above the light. But I figured I didn't want to use that because behind that shroud is actually kind of hard. So I just decided to use 3M double-sided tape. So I taped it all along. Here, going along this line. As you can see, this line here, all the way down, is this whole strip of 3M double-sided tape on the back side of this. So I've had no problems with this coming off at all, taking it to the dirt. Like I said, this is pretty durable, so if you don't think that 3M double-sided tape doesn't work, well, think again, it does work. So the front's pretty easy. You're going to need to remove the wheel because it's going to get kind of cramped depending on how big your drill is. So I went ahead and jacked my car up so I can have access to this area right here. Alrighty, so that's the front. And then the back, it's pretty similar yet a little different. You're still going to trace alongside for the test fit placement. You can see again I went from here to here and then from here to here, making sure that I got to the horizontal point, taking it out as far as it can go. And then underneath, you're going to be drilling right there, right where that light is. You're going to be drilling your third hole right there. I just held the panel up, or the mud flap up with 3M double-sided tape, just a small piece so it wouldn't move or jostle around while I was drilling. So that's going to be that screw, or that panel way in the back, and then you're going to do these two right here. And these, you're actually drilling directly into the body, so just be careful. Another thing to note is that when you're applying the 3M tape, you see the gaps here? That is to allow the panel to go all the way through. so that you can get as close to the fitment as possible. So make sure you leave spaces when you're doing this. Go to the other side. So same thing, you can see the tracings here to make sure the placement was good. No problems at all. It's held up perfectly fine. I'd much rather do this than spend the $160 on the more expensive polyurethane mud flaps. I mean, granted, those do come with the hardware, but altogether this probably cost me no more than $40 max to do, and it just took some time, but it wasn't like painful time spent. It was actually pretty fun, and anytime you get to work on your car, it's really fun. You do things yourself and it gives you a chance to be creative. So this is the other side. You can see that rivet there, the 3M double-sided tape right there. It's held up well. No problems at all. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.